Hey, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today we're going to make some spinach artichoke dip. Let's go. So we're going to start with a can of artichoke hearts. I did not rinse these off. I did drain all of the juice off. As usual, all of the measurements and the ingredients will be listed down below in the description bar. I just put a couple tablespoons of unsalted butter in the pan. There you're going to see me adding about a couple tablespoons of red onions and maybe a half a tablespoon of minced garlic. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I just wanted to make sure I let you guys know that you are appreciated. I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and doing well. So here we're going to add in some white flour. So just a heads up, in this video, because this is a sauce and we want it to be nice and smooth and creamy, there will be a lot of whisking and stirring the pot. So here we're just going to make sure all of that is well incorporated. Going to cook that for a couple minutes. Going to add in slowly a whole thing of, I think this is 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Recipe would be a great option if you are hosting a Super Bowl party. Super Bowl is on the way, and a lot of people like to eat dips and chips and things like that. I mean, you can always buy a spinach artichoke dip, but homemade is always better. And this recipe is pretty simple, tasty, and delicious. So I think that you should definitely give it a try. We're going to add some chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock, you can definitely use chicken broth, but as always, I do recommend chicken stock because it does have a lot more flavor than chicken broth, but in a pinch, you can always use chicken broth. This is how thick the sauce is right now. It coats the back of a spoon. Now we're going to add in a couple teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. Go ahead and add in that hot sauce. This is Texas Peak, but if you like Crystals, if you like the Louisiana brand, whatever your favorite hot sauce is, you want to go ahead and add that to the pan. It's not going to make it hot, but it does add a layer of flavor into the pot. As you saw, I added in a pinch of salt, and then we added in some ground black pepper. You can also use white pepper. Here we're going to add in just a little bit of sour cream. That's going to also help with the creaminess. So now we're going to add in some of the shredded cheeses. I'll let you know exactly what cheeses I use down the bottom in the description bar. But guys, I'm trying to get better with shredding my own cheese just because it is better for you. And it does melt better and it doesn't have all the extra stuff in there. But if you see me using pre-shredded cheese on my channel, please don't come for me in the comment section, but that is a goal of mine, to start shredding my cheese myself. So yeah, I added in some mozzarella. I had some extra sharp cheddar cheese, and I also had a cheese blend with Asiago cheese, Parmesan, and Romano cheese, and they all came in a bag. It was it's called a salad blend, and it was already shaved. So as you can see, this is really thick. I did add a tad bit more chicken stock to this. So with cheeses, as you know, it's going to get thicker as it sets. So I do recommend just starting with a half a cup of the chicken stock. Now we're going to add in those chopped up artichoke hearts. And then this is the frozen chopped spinach that I got from Walmart. So we're going to add that into the mix it up really nicely. Like I said, this is a cheese sauce, so you're going to do a lot of mixing and whisking, but you want to make sure you incorporate it well because you don't want it to have lumps, and you don't want it to be grainy. But at this point, you do want to make sure that your stove setting is on low because cheese will burn very quickly. I just added in a few more dashes of the hot sauce. Again, that's not going to make it hot. It's just going to add another element of flavor to the dish. So as always, you always want to taste as you are going to see if it tastes good to you. And at this point, to me, it tastes really good, nice, and flavorful. So right now I am going to put this in a dish. I sprayed it with some extra virgin olive oil. You want to use some type of oil or non-stick spray because as we know, cheese will stick to the pan. But right here you can see, guys, this looks so good, so nice, so thick. I feel like it was the perfect amount of spinach to the artichoke ratio. So you can always add more if you like to have more, but I feel like this was the perfect amount of each. So you want to make sure you get every bit of that out of the pan because we're going to put this in the oven just for a little bit. So guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can know when I upload. We do now have cooking lives on Saturdays, normally at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the channel. So make sure you chime in. You can cook with us on the channel on Saturdays. And then during the week, I will drop a vlog. On Mondays, it is days strictly for recipes like this. So we're going to hit the top of this with some shredded, this is a shredded cheddar, sharp cheddar cheese that I got from Trader Joe's. But you can put whatever cheese you want on top. I would recommend, if you're using the cheeses that I'm using, either put the mozzarella on top or the sharp cheddar cheese on top. I wouldn't put the cheese blend on top because that Parmesan that's in there, it might not brown as well as using the mozzarella or the extra sharp white cheddar cheese. So yeah, you're just gonna move it around as evenly as you can. So as you guys know, this dish is already hot, so you can actually put this in the broiler for a couple minutes. Make sure you watch it and make sure the pan that you're using is definitely heat proof, or you can put that pan in the broiler. Or you can just cook this on 375 for a couple minutes is what I would recommend until that top is brown. And if you want it to be a little bit more browner, I decided that I was going to add a little bit of paprika on top. And then also you're going to see that I added a little bit of Lowry's seasoned salt. That is actually going to be a part of the recipe. So make sure you look in that description bar. You guys can print out the recipe. All the ingredients is in the description bar below. So this is the next day, guys. I actually went to sleep after I took that out the oven that night. So this is the next day, and I warmed some up in another little pan, and this is what it is looking like. Those are the pita chips, I think, from Toll House. Guys, they are so good. So you can use chips, you can use tortilla chips, whatever you like. Guys, make this recipe. Let me know what you think. See you guys next time.